I've got Lynn here from the Concorde Club. Now, obviously the Concorde Club are the people who are hosting this wonderful, wonderful event for us today. And I have to say, so thank you very much, Lynn and Cole, for certainly allowing us to do it.
Thank you too, Rob. Obviously, without your wonderful organisation, the show wouldn't be anywhere near as good as it is today.
Well, it's our 5th year today, would you believe it? We've been running the show as a committee. Lynn's been with me for the last 5 years organising it. And every year we've made more and more money, so we're hoping we'll raise a little bit more this year.
Absolutely, yes. We'd like to break our 10,000 from last year if possible. So dig deep, everybody.
Yeah, I think we need to dig deep on this. We obviously had a little bit of bad rain to start with, but the sun's beautifully come out, and we're in front of this fantastic F12, which is the Ferrari F12 Berlinetta. This is the brand new Ferrari out at the moment, so a beautiful, gorgeous car. And I really just want to say thank you ever so much to the Concorde Club for allowing us to have this show here. It is a brilliant venue for us to have the event. As you can imagine, people describe the car show here as a show which is like a car show, a picnic for car show enthusiasts. So it's just fantastic. So thank you very much.
Thank you too, Rob. Thanks very much.
Tell me a little bit about Naomi House, if you may.
Well, if you've never had the chance to visit, I would urge you to come and have a tour of Naomi House. We support children from birth to 25 in Naomi House and Jack's Place hospices. All the children have life-limited conditions and come from 7 counties across the south of England. It's a fantastic environment. Naomi House is very much like a large family home. Jack's Place is a little more adult for the teenagers 16 to 25. And both are situated in Sutton, Scotney, but as I say, children come to us from across 7 counties across the south of England.
How much does it roughly cost to run the Naomi House?
Roughly costs around £7 million to keep both hospices running 365 days a year, so about £7 million. And we couldn't do that without a day like today to help us. And I can't let this moment go without thanking Rob for his very hard work, the Rotary Club and Lynn and everyone here at the Concorde Club, because without them we wouldn't be able to put on today and raise the much needed money that we need every day.
Home in Pasadena.
What we're doing is just having a look at the Lamborghini Miura, and I have Jane here, who's the owner of the vehicle. Jane, can you tell me a little bit about the car?
Yes, the Lamborghini Miura obviously is an iconic vehicle of the 60s. This particular one was owned by Twiggy's manager, and she has been photographed sitting in it and on it, in fact. I bought it about 13 years ago. It had been back to the factory and had quite a lot of work done then. So it's in pretty good condition and very much loved.
I'm so pleased you brought it. I have to say, it's one of my most favourite cars, I have to say. I always loved the thing. You might have remembered the Italian Job, and at the start of the Italian Job you had a red Lamborghini at the very start of it, and it was just gorgeous. That's the one that drove into the tunnel and blew up.
Yes, drove into the diggers at the end with the ambush set for it. Something that makes all Lamborghini Miura owners cry.
Where honeybees buzz melody and orange trees fill the breeze.
James, every year you're here and it rains. Not every year, but this year again.
Well, hopefully I bring the sunshine, but kind of rains on my way here, hence all this lot. It's really difficult this in the wet. But it's, the sun's out now, which is good. Both of these, really, the history of this one, it's this 288 GTO. This was a one-owner car delivered to Italy from new. And I bought it literally about 3 years ago, when I started to see them sort of creep up in value.
Yeah. What about the value of these? I mean, is it worth buying as an investment these days?
It depends. When you look at car collecting, I mean, first of all, you've got to fundamentally enjoy them, haven't you, really? And that's the thing. And the great thing about cars as opposed to art, you can use it and you can appreciate it. But,
Sure.
when you start to get into particularly these sort of things, they are becoming investments. So people are driving them a lot less than they should be driven, really. But I'm a great believer that, you've got to use it. Not use it every day, but you certainly got to use it to keep it going. Otherwise, if it stays dormant, that's when it starts costing you big money.
Toys for boys, and even servicing these beasts is enormous, isn't it?
Well, because it's got a prancing horse on the front, it seems to add everything else on the value. But I mean, servicing is one of the things that comes with it. But it's one of the things, if you buy a second home, you've got other issues with a second home, and these are my babies. That I enjoy cars, and I enjoy sort of racing them as well, and I enjoy the hobby of it.
You do, and you're doing this mainly for Naomi House, charity every year, and it's especially to Hampshire, isn't it? This?
Yeah, literally, it's just on the doorstep for me, really, just outside of Winchester, and it's something that I try to support whenever I can, and time permitting, really. And it's one of those things that they called me up, and I was literally free. I'm flying up to Manchester at 3 o'clock, so I said I'd literally bring both cars down and try and support it any way that I could, really, before I get on a plane and go up north.
Home to see my baby. That's where I belong. Beneath the palms, in someone's arms, in Pasadena.
Okay, so we're outside here in the front car park of the Concorde Club, where very kindly Sporting Bears are running dream rides for us today. I have Hugh here, who's going to tell us a little bit about the Sporting Bears.
Sporting Bears are a club that's been going 25 years now. In that time, we've raised over £1 million for children's charities, and of course we're here today supporting Rob, Wessex Ferrari Owners Club, at the Concorde Classics for raising funds for Naomi House.
Fantastic, and this is the second year you've been along with us now, and last year the show raised £10,250, so we're really hoping that we will be able to beat that. I mean, I think you brought along an absolutely fantastic selection of cars. You can hear just one reversing past us at the moment with the wonderful engine, so they're just about to take some people out for a ride, so that's quite something. But I've also got right behind us here I'm at an awesome beast, which is a Jaguar XJ220. And can you just tell us a little bit about the car?
Yeah, this was one of 360 that Jaguar made, 3.5 litre twin turbo V6 engine. Was the fastest production road car in the world until the McLaren F1 trounced it, unfortunately. But still a very modern looking car.
Well, it's brilliant then you brought it along to us today, and am I right in saying you're taking people out for dream rides?
Yes, absolutely, yep.
And you've also, Jane's brought along the Lamborghini Miura as well.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, we brought 2 cars today.
Well, thank you ever so much for coming along and supporting the charity. It's a brilliant thing that we have all these wonderful cars along here. We've got about 16, 17 cars here for Sporting Bears today, and as you can hear from the noise going on, they're in and out constantly, and we're making a load of money. So well done to everybody, and thank you very much. Okay, we're back in the racing paddock area again, and I'm with you, Donator Car. Now, this is run by Silver Lake Garage, and I have Tina here, who's kindly come along from you, Donator Car, and they're our main sponsors for this event, so we're very pleased that they've been able to support us today for this. Tina, tell me a little bit about Udonate.
Well, Udonate started roughly around January 2012, and what we wanted to do as Silver Lake, obviously a business that's been founded over 60 years ago, wanted to do something to support the community. So with my charitable background, Alan approached me and said, would I come along and sort of run this charity side, where we approach the charities, and we have over about 30 charities now that we support. And when people scrap a car, they can come in and they can then donate as little as £5 from their scrap car, or the whole amount, or whatever they want, whatever percentage they want to give, they can give to their charity. So it makes them feel really good, and we direct those funds to the charities for them.
Okay, I'm over now in Mott MacDonald's. Now, Mott MacDonald's have very kindly given us one of their car parks to use for our public parking, again with Eastleigh Football Club, so thank you very much to the both of them. Now, to transport people across our car park, we've got Trigger the train. As you can see, Trigger behind us, fantastic. Now, Trigger's been created by Roy Rogers here. Now, Roy, tell us a bit about Trigger.
Well, Trigger is now 25 years old. I built it 23 years ago. And it's the only motorway cruising train in the country. So we came down the motorway this morning, and there was a lot of spray on the motorway this morning, but we got here all right, so yes.
Well, as you can see, it's been quite wet at the moment, and the sun's come back out. We've had 2 big showers of rain this morning and a bit this afternoon, but luckily that hasn't stopped the crowds. Have you been busy?
Yes, it's been non-stop, but everybody's in a great mood, even when it's raining. They've been sat on the train, and can we stay here for another 2 minutes and have another ride, just to keep out the rain? But yeah, it's been a good show. Yeah,
fantastic.
Very good. Yeah,
I mean,
good.
It is a wonderful opportunity to have the train here, and it's our second year having you along, and hopefully we'll see you again for next year.
Yeah, I'd like to, and I would want to get out there at the end and race the Lambos down to the motorway roundabout. Okay, we're again back in the traders area, and this year we have Jane Walker from the Philippine Community Fund. Jane, tell me a little bit about the Community Fund.
Oh, hi. Well, we've trained mums and dads from the Philippine dump sites how to make products from recycled materials, and then when we sell the products, it then goes towards educating their children, who are also child workers, from the dump site into our purpose-built schools.
So the Bentley was your favourite?
Yeah.
Was it the loudest?
Yeah.
Did it hurt your ears when it started up? Or did you jump?
No.
Or were you brave? Well, yeah. Will you come back again next year?
Okay.
Will you?
You would have all seen the fantastic police vehicle out here, the American-style sheriff car, all brought to us by the Rockstone Public House in Southampton. So I've got Max here from the Rockstone. Max, tell me a bit about the car.
The car is a 1971 Oldsmobile Delta 88. It was a police car in Memphis, Tennessee, shipped over to Britain in 1982, where it was a wedding car just near Gatwick. And I've owned it 2 years and used it every day as the pub car.
Oh, every day? So you use it to go shopping?
Yes, I go shopping, and it's fairly ridiculous. You have to wait till there's 3 or 4 bays in a row before parking it, and no one can park either side or the doors won't open.
And what's the fuel economy on something like this?
It's best not to think about it.
I should imagine it probably eats the petrol, really, isn't it?
Just sellotape over the petrol gauge and write full, always.
Back in the Ferrari stand again, and I'm with Phil Jacobs, who's come along from the Police Car UK. Tell me a little bit about Police Car UK.
Well, it's a group, national group of like-minded enthusiasts. Many of us are ex-police, serving and ex-police officers, with preserved police cars from all over the country.
And so when you're travelling on a road then, during the day, obviously they're not police vehicles which are allowed to carry on showing their blue lights. What do you do now then?
They're all covered up. The lights and the signs are all covered. That's a legal requirement. We can't display the lights. So, and we have a not in service sign on them, just so that people realise they're not genuine current police cars.
Yeah. But they've all got a history, I'm guessing. They've all are actual genuine police vehicles.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah. This one here, this Volvo, is actually fairly unique because it's a Volvo Police Special, and they were built as police cars by Volvo in Sweden for the Hampshire Constabulary. It's the only one that we know of to exist. There are other 240 models, but this is actually a police special, and this was a genuine Hampshire police car, and it was an area car in Southsea in Portsmouth.
So we're back in the Ferrari era again, and this time I've got a very, very special car. It's a lovely red 328 GTS. Now, it's a very special car because it's mine. Would you believe it? Yes, it's mine. I inherited some money about 7 years ago, and from that I decided to buy a Ferrari. And from that I got heavily involved in the Ferrari Owners Club, and now I'm the regional organiser of the Ferrari Owners Club. Through that I got involved with some people about wanting to set up a charity car show for Naomi House, and I thought, what a good idea. So this year it's our 5th year, and I've been working at it for the last 5 years, every year getting bigger and better. We have a great display of my region's Ferrari drivers and their wonderful cars, and you can see we all spend a lot of time polishing and cleaning our cars. I'm thoroughly pleased with mine. I've done many holidays in it. I've actually gone down to Italy and retracked where they filmed the original Italian Job, and had a great fun doing that with my father. We've been to Scotland in it. We've been all over touring in it, and I'm actually one of these Ferrari owners who believes that you've got to use the car. They drive so much better for doing it. But this is what got me into the car show at the end of the day, and I'm just enjoying it every year. It's a large amount of work, but it is for a very good cause. So hopefully the show will carry on to get bigger and better every year, and we'll make more and more money for Naomi House.
Home in Pasadena, where the grass grows.
The car show competition is something we've been running for the last sort of 3-4 years, and last year we decided to make the best car of the show competition into a trophy, and the reason for that was because of Richie Bailey, who basically was a member of the RS Owners Club and used to run their region and do a fantastic job. And I got to know Richie very well from many car events, and a few weeks prior to the event last year, unfortunately Richie passed away, and his wife Margaret is here to award the competition, the trophy for us. Now the trophy is actually called the Richard Bailey Trophy, and it's going to be awarded every year to the best car of the show. That car winner will get a picture done by our photographer today, who will send it to them, a really nice quality photo. So that will be the prize they get to keep, and every year we get the trophy back from the car of the show winner, and it carries on. So last year the winner was Phil Webb, who had a Triumph 3R TR3A. So in 3rd position this year is joint 3rd, number 3, which is a Stuart Turnbull, came 3rd with his Aston Martin, so well done Stuart. And joint 3rd was also James Parrott with the Ferrari F12 from Meridian Modena. So a beautiful car. That's the brand new Ferrari that's out there at the moment. The silver one in the middle, the new version, the F12, awesome beast. Okay, in 2nd position is number 89, car number 89, who happens to be is Dom Nichols. Dom Nichols was with the Ford Anglia. Beautiful little car, an absolutely wonderful car. So thank you, Dom. Really nice to see a car like that on the road. Wonderful car. Thank you very much for bringing it along, and well done for 2nd position. You were only just picked to the post, I have to say, by 1 or 2 votes. So you're very close. But the winner of the car of the show competition is, in fact, I think pretty much parked next to you. No? Is number 88, Brian Brown, with his MGTF 1500. Well done, a round of applause to Brian. Okay, Brian, I'm just going to pass the trophy to Margaret here. And Margaret, if you'd like to award that trophy to Brian.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
There
Thank
you
you.
go.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
So, Brian, tell us a little bit about your car.
Well, I lived in Spain for 10 years. When I came back, had nothing to do because I'm retired, and I found the car on the internet in a really bad state, and it's taken me 4 years to do it. And now I've been driving it for about a year. And it's
Fantastic.
really nice to drive.
Lovely. And how many events have you been to with it?
Oh, just a couple.
Jolly good.
Yes.
And how many times this is your first time at the Concorde Classics Car Show?
Yes, first time, yes.
Well, hope to see you again next year then.
Well, thank you very much. Yeah, I'll surely be here.
Jolly good, okay. Well, fantastic, and congratulations.
Thank you very much.
All right. We have been marred a bit by the weather, but as you can imagine, we've had a great turnout. I'm not sure of the total it is, but if you want to see how much we've raised, then keep an eye on the internet, we'll let you know. Again, I'd like to thank everybody involved in the organisation of the Car Club show, basically from the Concorde Club, who allowed us to use this wonderful facility and allowed us and gave us the management to do it. Myself, obviously, I'll thank myself for doing it, but also on top of that, we've had the Rotary Club of Eastleigh, Mike Smith with all his marshals, and again, obviously, Naomi House, who've worked with us in the organising committee, Sarah, who's done a fantastic job getting us all this running. And as you can imagine, to organise an event like this isn't a short, small thing to do. It's taken us months to do. We hope you've all enjoyed it, and I'd like to thank everybody who's contributed. There's been many sponsors like You Donate and many other people who've donated their time and money to the event, and without you it wouldn't be as successful as it has been. So thank you ever so much for all coming, and we hope to see you next year.